Hi everybody, welcome to this week's vlog. Thanks for joining me again. Really grateful for you if you're a subscriber. If not, why don't you subscribe now? And then you'll get the rest of my updates, and you can also look at what I've done previously. This week's vlog is going to be slightly different. Stuck inside, was a little bit unsure what to do this week, and I was asked by the Photographic Society that I'm a member of, Lancaster Photographic Society, to do a basic editing from RAW, which in my case is through Adobe Camera RAW and then Photoshop. Just a basic editing for some of the newer members, and then they can get an idea what to do if they're not sure. So what I'll do, I'll head into the laptop and we'll get started. Okay, so I'm in the folder. Some of my edited files, and then what I'm going to do is open this one, go down to open with Photoshop. It will then, because it's a RAW file, it'll open in Adobe Camera RAW. And there we have it. There's the details. Shot length, f-stop, ISO, and 2880 lens, shot at 35mm. Remember rightly, it was about 5 o'clock in the morning. That's Hailing Fell, looking down Ullswater towards Pooley Bridge around here. So first things first, lens corrections. Remove any chromatic aberration, which gets rid of any of the purple edges on things, and then enable profile. For some reason it's not picked it up, so I'll go Canon. It's going well, it's picked up the wrong lens. Canon. That's because it's not there anymore. It's quite an old picture, but there's a 2870, so we'll go with that one. It's not going to be far off. Then the detail tab. It was shot at ISO 50, so in theory, just give me a second, if you look at 100, there's very little noise. There's a little bit. Well, that's probably missed. Let's look at the foreground. Yeah, there's not much at all. It's ISO 50, so I'll just give that about 12. That's it. And then we'll get it back to so I can see it. View there, and then white balance as shot. Got all of that. Daylight, more cloudy. The sun wasn't really up. It's actually made it a nice, slightly warmer colour with the sunrise. As you can see, the temperature changed from there as shot. Drops it back out full 750. Daylight, bring it up a little bit. Okay, so these two boxes are highlighted in white here. That one is for overexposure, which is the red dots up here. If I just drop the exposure right down, it's not giving me any underexposed for some reason. Some of these blue spots here mean that they're completely underexposed. The exposure isn't bad, I might alter that after. Give it a little bit of contrast. Drop the highlights right down because of the overexposure over there. The idea is to try and get rid of all the red, which I'll do in a moment as well. Okay, shadows, bring them out a little bit so it's not too dark down in these trees.
But basically all these tabs do what they say. Highlights, if you go right up with the highlights, it will just go really white. Take it right down. Shadows, same again, really shadowy, not shadowy, but because of the time of day and the type of shot, it does want a little bit of shadowing. That way. And then another way to check is if you press Alt on the keyboard, click on the whites, you can see there, if you go whiter with the whites it gets more. You want the last couple of dots, just about there. Same with the blacks, click on that, you go further into the black, that's all underexposed black now. Get it up there and just get rid of some of those. Next is a little bit of clarity, just brings a bit out, it's like a little bit of contrast really. And then that's about it. I'm not going to do anything with the light, I like the colours. The only other thing I would do on this one is if you go up to the top bar, there's a graduated filter. So I shot this with no filters, and then you can just drop this down. It's already set on something, so I'll reset that. They're all back to nothing now. You can, that now all the lighter area is what will be affected by the filter. So if you just drop the exposure down slightly on there, that will just give it a bit more in the sky. And then that I'm just about happy with. Looks lovely. We've got some shafts of light coming off the sunrise itself, the sun coming over the side of the hill. So then we open the image. Talk about this one in a minute. Fit screen. What I'm going to do is crop it because there's way too much sky up there. It isn't very good, so I'm going to crop it at a letterbox 16:9. Move the image so it gets all the foreground in, and then they're a little bit distracting, so if I take it from that corner, just chop those off, a little bit more sky. That's that gone, and then I think that's a little bit of dust. Pull it up, have a look up in the sky. Yeah, big dust spot there, so we're going with the spot healing tool. Size that with that one size of it. If you do that, you have to keep going back on to check. So a shortcut is the square bracket tool, square bracket key, which on there opens and closes. Don't need to be too bad, it's just getting rid of a bit of dust. A dust spot on my sensor, which unfortunately I do have a few. Down there, scroll down one more, once again. Best to do this, especially if you're putting them in competition, because of the old judge bait. Sky is usually the worst spot where you get a dust spot. Back onto the hand, fit screen, and that is basically an edited image. Camera RAW, into Camera RAW, do what needed doing, bring it out, a little bit of editing in here, and then what I'll do, this is the original RAW file, so you can see the difference from what I did in Camera RAW really. So all I've done in Photoshop is crop it, and get rid of the dust spots. So that's the original file. Slightly overexposed, took a lot of colour out of the sky, so I've adjusted that in Camera RAW, and this is what I've got. That's the image. Yeah, there are, obviously I pay for the Photoshop. It's £9.98 a month, and it's worth it really for what you get. Apparently I think there's a free one called GIMP, which is quite good. There are a couple of other free editing programs on the market. I'm not sure what they are, but I have heard of GIMP that's supposed to be really good. So just think if there's anything else. What I'll try and do is do another one, possibly do another tutorial which goes into some of the other tools down the side here. Don't do much editing myself, so I'd only be going through what I know, what I use. The adjustment layers on here, and I do a few layers as well sometimes, but this one hasn't needed it. So that's a basic edit from the RAW file out of your camera into Camera RAW and then into Photoshop.
Okay, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. Learned something new, different methods. We don't all do it the same way. That's the way I do it. Once you get used to it, you find a different way. Some of the shortcuts you'll be able to find, some new shortcuts. I don't use some of the shortcuts that I do know exist, but I'm just used to doing it the way I do it. So yeah, get your photos in, get them edited, and then see what a difference you can make. Right, yep, and don't forget, subscribe to the channel, give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and once again, I'll catch you next time.